where there's mere coalition leaders. That is one, Raila Amolo Odinga, Kalonzo Musyoka, and Martha Karua are going to announce what their plan is going to be. That is after consulting with their supporters. And the question that was asked yesterday is, what type of consultation are you going to have when you have thousands and thousands of people who are looking at you to talk? Maybe that's another issue we're going to address today. But now, right here, Nabiswa, we're looking at what the plan is from within the party. Now, I did ask Mr. Wachira that particular question. It's like, the government is behaving like they know very well that they are going to win this battle by the end of the day. That's why they will confidently walk out of the partisan talks and say, well, you want them crushed, let them crush. That's why they can confidently go right ahead and even move into signing the finance bill into law when they know very well that there is an opposition side that says, should you sign this into law, we're going to go back to the streets. But then they move ahead and sign it without even waiting for the court proceedings to actually end. William Ruto did have 2 weeks. He would have stayed for 2 weeks with that document, Nabiswa. 2 weeks, not even sign it. He didn't have to sign it. He would have said, well, I didn't sign it because I did wait. But if we know exactly what the law says, it would have essentially then just automatically become law. But he didn't have to sign it. But just yesterday, on a Monday, he put it into law, telling you he's a man who essentially is well aware that he's got the arsenal to win whatever battle that the opposition throws at him. Is that the picture, or there's something we're not reading into the actions of the government in this case?
Okay, before I get there,
yes.
Wachira said something about azimio coalition. The reason why Martha Karua and Kalonzo Musyoka are still bit together. You know, Elijah, the reason why azimio failed to be pronounced as the majority party in the parliament, you know, during that debate, the Speaker of the National Assembly said UDM, MBG, and a number of members of parliament who pronounced that they are in azimio have moved to work with the government. Yes. During the first day. The Speaker requested a legal document that binds them together. I didn't see anything come up. What from the majority
from the azimio side.
From the azimio side.
Yes.
What Junet brought in the parliament was some minutes which are not even signed by the parties, which are saying that they are moving. So actually,
yes,
I really doubt if there was a clear binding agreement that brought together
yes.
the azimio parties together.
Which was
and up to now,
yes,
up to now, even the said parties, you remember Kingi, Alfred Mutua, them saying that let them bring the document that binds us together as azimio coalition, because there is nothing like that. There was nothing like that. And I presume the azimio, it was just an association or a CBO, which, okay, whose aim was to take Raila Odinga to the presidential election.
Yes.
But I doubt if there was an agreement.
Yeah.
Now, this is the reason. And this is one of the reasons why azimio is facing these challenges. You know, one, they have minority, as we say, because those people who associated with azimio and were elected with azimio crossed. They have the minority. Now, if anything comes up in parliament, William Ruto, as the president, he's very confident that there is nothing that can come to parliament from his side, or what he wishes that the parliament can shoot down. Now, another thing, you know, the current azimio and the president, actually, they have come to a point where we are seeing some empty threats from their side. You know, the only thing that can be done by azimio right now is calling for demonstration, because that's the only weapon they have.
Yes. How effective is this weapon, Nabiswa? Because they would like to think it's quite effective. It's the one that gave them the bipartisan talks. Yes, and if you do remember very well, it is the azimio coalition that pulled out of the negotiations, isn't it? So they know very well that when it comes to having an upper hand in this kind of battle, then going to the street essentially makes people look at what it is that's talking about.
You know, the aim is actually, I think, even themselves know that there is no, we don't have an end game on this. They know, after all, we will go for demonstration.
Yes.
People will end up rioting, but there is no end results. What they want to do?
Would you like to think so, that there's no end result?
Actually, it's not there.
What's
Demonstration
that?
was there for
You
almost.
will say that. They got an end result. They were called onto the table. They negotiated, and because they didn't like the negotiation from the government side, they pulled out.
But now, even if you go for the, okay, they went for demonstration for around 4 weeks or so.
Yes.
They were given a chance to go into bipartisan talks.
Naza.
After getting there, what happened?
They pulled out.
They pulled out.
And
the reason
yes.
why is they are saying the government is doing what the government is doing is frustrating us.
And they say the word serious. And Nabiswa, let me just remind you. They say that should we detect any sort of unseriousness from the government, we're going to pull out. And they pulled out. They met through their threat. Nabiswa, you will say there is an end game. Yes.
Okay. The reason why, the main reason why the demonstration were there, the main reason that that made them to call for demonstration was the status of the economy, prices of the commodities.
And knowing
they were given
who was the true winner of the elections, they say.
They were given an opportunity. But now when they went for this bipartisan talks, what did they give the priority? The priority number one on that table, or on the table, was reconstitution of the IEBC, and I think a reinstatement of the
other commissioners.
Yes. There was a funny request that they want the government to stop meddling into Jubilee affair.
Yes.
Actually, the major thing why we believed that the bipartisan should have come in place was the state of our economy, but it was put at around position number 4. And now all the first 3, where they want now the government to address. The government is telling, the other team from the government side tells them we don't have the legal powers over them. If there is in terms of reconstitution of the IEBC commissioners, it is there in the constitution. What should be done? If it is a reinstatement of the 4, you know what happens. Some have resigned voluntarily. Some, actually one, who was declared by the commissioner that he should be, I think, expelled or removed from the commission. Now, when it comes to the cost of living, the government had given its view that we are going to give a long-term solution, and that is their step, their position. Now, for them, coming up with other things which doesn't look serious to the issues which affects mwananchi, because how does opening the server affect me as a common mwananchi? How does reinstating Cherera 4 affect me as mwananchi? So they came with misplaced issues or agendas on the table.
I'll be coming back to you because they did justify essentially why they wanted the servers opened, why they wanted the IEBC commissioners reinstated. Mr. Washira,